Hello everyone, this is Pico Entertainment and we are back again, and here now we have another video for you, and very much a significant day as we look at the overall verdict of the Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard trial. And after 6 long weeks of witness testimonies, audio clips, videos, photos, mega points, muffins and deliberations, the jury finally came to a decision ruling in favour of Johnny Depp in terms of the op-ed article written in the Washington Post in 2018 by Amber Heard, which was proven to be defamatory. The jury decided that the statement was false and that it was said with some malice. So in terms of the damages that are awarded to Johnny, the abridged version is as follows. He was awarded in total $15 million in damages. 10 million of those came from compensatory damages and 5 million of those came from putative damages, which is basically punishment fees for offences committed. So essentially this is what the jury felt that Amber should have been punished in terms of the defamation. However, due to the statutory limits, the putative damages were capped at $350,000. So for Johnny, the total amount of damages owed are $10,350,000. So for him, that's a complete victory, ruling out decisively the op-ed article and any suggestion within that article that he is a perpetrator of domestic abuse. So this was overall, I believe, the biggest goal and main goal that Johnny wanted to achieve when going ahead with this trial. So we then look at Amber, who was awarded one of the 3 counterclaim charges that she put forward for defamation, and this involved the statements being made by Johnny and his lawyer Adam Waldron in the Daily Mail from 2020 in 3 separate articles, essentially calling her allegations a hoax. And in terms of these claims, she did win one and was overall awarded $2 million in total damages. So that was quite a drop down from the $100 million that she was seeking with the initial counterclaim suit. Now, to be honest, I'm actually surprised that she actually won anything, because going over this trial, I felt she had next to no evidence to prove any damages from these overall statements. And when going through the trials and the testimony, I think any chance of her counterclaim was shot down primarily when Walter Hamada, the Warner Brothers executive and the person in charge of the DC segment of the movies, which of course included Aquaman and Aquaman 2, he came forward and essentially stated that any decline in increasing Amber's salary or potential earnings had nothing to do with the statements made by Johnny or Adam Waldron. So that was really, I think, the turning point as to make sure Amber wouldn't get what she was seeking for in terms of the counterclaims. But I am actually surprised that they did award her one win in terms of the counterclaims. And to be honest, I think this was the jury kind of levelling off a bit here, maybe being a bit compassionate, making sure that Amber got something. You know, when we get a trial or a decision like this, I think the jury didn't want to come off as completely one-sided. They wanted to come off as making sure that they did look at all sides and all angles. And whilst we don't believe that Johnny actually abused Amber, we could certainly look at all of the evidence and definitely suggest that it was very much a toxic marriage from the very start. And yes, Johnny probably did give a bit in terms of maybe verbally abusing Amber. We saw all of the text messages. We knew they had some very intense arguments. So to be fair, it wasn't completely a one-sided assault that Amber was just battering Johnny left, right and centre and he was just standing there. So he did give a little bit as to what he was getting as well. And I think the jury took that into consideration. And I think overall they just wanted to make sure it wasn't a complete landslide in favour of Johnny. So if we complete the math of the damages in total, if we take the $10,350,000 that is owed to Johnny and take off the $2 million that is owed to Amber, that leaves overall $8,350,000 in total that Amber owes to Johnny. So then we look at it and think to ourselves, can Amber afford to pay that? You know, she already has a huge amount of legal fees. I suggest it's in the region of millions, I would say, for a trial such as this. It's not as if she's really an established actress who has a whole host of movie roles that she can rely on in order to contribute towards paying this money back. Maybe she can go to Elon Musk, who we all know she's dating. Elon Musk, of course, is the massive CEO of Tesla and has recently acquired Twitter, of course. So maybe she's going to be making a few phone calls and visits to Elon Musk in order to get him to help her out with paying these overall fees. I'll probably leave it there. I won't speculate on that any further. But to be honest with you, in terms of what she owes, I can likely see Johnny compromising in some way, shape or form, probably waiving off a lot of the amount that's owed. I mean, Johnny is absolutely loaded. He's got multi-millions, so he doesn't need the money. And if you remember, from the beginning, he's always stated that this trial was never about money. It was always about clearing his name and clearing his reputation. So I don't think he's going to be too obsessive about chasing up the overall payments. I can probably envisage some sort of settlement in place between the two parties. Something along the lines of, well, if Amber makes sure that she doesn't come out with any future statements or references regarding their relationship and their marriage, maybe she can pay a reduced amount. Now, of course, she didn't keep to the settlement last time with the op-ed article, which started off this whole mess. But I think going through this verdict and seeing really the whole public opinion being shifted towards Johnny and very much against her, I think in many ways this is probably a harsh lesson for Amber. I think what started this is that she tried to be tricky in terms of trying to boost her publicity following the divorce, trying to be this virtual signal for domestic violence. I think she felt she could probably get away with certain wording and phrasing within the op-ed article, probably not expecting Johnny to come back and sue her. So I think that will probably what will happen. They will come to some sort of settlement. It will be done behind closed doors, because I think enough has been put out for open record, and it will definitely be an ironclad agreement this time that if Amber agrees not to make any kind of more allegations or suggestions in the public domain, then Johnny will probably agree to some sort of reduced payment schedule. What will probably happen is that Amber will probably pay the charity, what she should have done in the first place. I have to remember as well, she did receive $7 million already from the settlement of the divorce. So unless she's been spending like crazy, she has got some money left over. So we have to bear that in mind as well. So it will be interesting to see what happens both going forward. Now, both Johnny and Amber did post recently on Instagram. Now, these are statements, of course, that would have been already prepped before the verdicts. I imagine both would have had one just in case they came victorious within the trial, and one if they lost the trial. So nothing really special there. I can't really see Amber wanting to appeal this. I think she's been through enough. I think if I was her PR agent, I would advise her to go away, keep her head down, and just hopefully allow this to blow over. I mean, I think her movie career is over. And let's be fair, she didn't really have that substantial amount of a movie career, to be honest. But I just cannot see anybody employing her now after this verdict. She probably will find a way to monetize the publicity and the notoriety. As we all know, people do love comebacks. So I imagine she'll try and come back in some stage. But any aspirations about a huge film career, she can forget about that in the future. So we will wait and see what Amber does in the future. And as for Johnny, I think it's a great victory, not only for him, but also for the perception in terms of domestic abuse. We all know the stigma and very much, I would say, disparaging, condensation or condescending, if you like, whenever a man gets abused by a woman. We do know it happens in terms of domestic violence. There are many cases where the man never reports being abused by a woman because they feel that they will not get listened to, that they will get shamed, and they won't get taken seriously. So I think that this case really now opens that door, in the maelstrom of the Me Too movement. Of course, that was very important in helping many cases be taken more seriously, but at the same time there was the other side of where you were having lots of false allegations being made that were taken seriously without any evidence or proof. And that's really what this case is about. We won't just have the situation where false allegations will just be taken just because it's coming from a woman. We do have to look at the evidence. We do look to have the proof. It very much enforces, again, you're innocent till proven guilty. And hopefully now it would encourage more men and more people in general to come forward if they are indeed abused by women. And not only that, it will also, I think, deter false allegations and rumours and speculation, because that was really the case here in terms of the op-ed article. Because as we all know, mud sticks, and any line of allegations or accusations, it can completely ruin somebody's career, completely ruin someone's life. And we've seen that with Johnny a lot, with the effects that it had on him and his kids, and he talks about that a lot throughout the trial. So that's really why this decision is important. It's to, for me, push back on the false allegations and speculation that could be made towards an individual, regardless of whether they are a man and woman. And I think, just finally, I think it's a harsh lesson, or very important lesson, for people who cover entertainment in general, not to just take the say-so of somebody. Always look out for the evidence. Don't just have knee-jerk reactions. And always look to what can actually be proved as to actually what's being suggested. So that's the clear other lesson, I think, from this trial overall. But a truly great day for Johnny Depp. And, we've been through it all, covering this trial throughout the 6 weeks. You can check out all of my previous coverage of the trial so far, and I will leave some links in the description. And I will provide some further commentary on this. I will look at the perspectives of both Johnny and Amber in terms of what they can do next, and give an overall view of the meaning of this trial and what it can mean going forward in terms of social and also cultural entertainment as well. So that's what I will provide shortly within this channel. But just a quick summary then: a great day for Johnny Depp. You know, everything that he's been through for the last 6 years, ever since the allegations first came to light. It's been great and funny and entertaining covering this trial. Hope you've enjoyed all of my coverage, and we will indeed see what happens shortly afterwards, and probably await the next big controversial public incident that we will see, I'm sure, later on down the line in the future. So that's it really in terms of my quick views and opinions on Johnny Depp winning the verdict of his trial against Amber Heard for defamation. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you have any other perspectives as to what this verdict will mean going forward in terms of society and entertainment culture, then let me know in the comments below. If there are any other aspects of this trial that you'd like to see me cover, then let me know, and I'll also see if I can provide further commentary on that as well. Please hit and like those subscription and notification buttons so I can provide you with more high quality content like this in the future. But that's it for now. Take care of yourselves, stay safe distances, and I will see you very, very soon.